Think about this. If no one judged you, no one doubted you, and failure didn't actually exist, what would you actually be doing with your life? I had a friend reach out to me the other day about feeling stuck. They did all the things they thought they wanted to do, like go to college out of state, move out on their own, and even make some new friends like their new roommate. It seems like life is going well for them, when in reality, they aren't really sure they want to stay in college or continue doing the things they've been doing. They really want to stop, but they're afraid that people will judge them for dropping out of college, even though it was such a big deal for them. From their perspective, they feel so alone and isolated away from home, and they can't enjoy time alone anymore because they aren't living happily in this almost stuck lifestyle. It's really tough to love yourself when you're worried about what other people will say or think about you. Hearing this story made me realize that many people feel this way about their lives. Looking back at my life, my dream has always been to be a therapist of some sort, but I've never been financially able to complete that tough schooling. That is why I started this account. As long as this can reach and help even one person, I'm essentially doing what I've always wanted to do. It's crazy how we build our lives around avoiding judgment. We pick careers we don't love, relationships we don't want, hobbies that look good on a resume, all because we're scared of disappointing other people. But here's the truth. The people we're trying to impress, they usually are too busy worrying about their own lives to even notice ours for long. We live in a world that rewards appearance over authenticity, and that's exhausting. Because every time you shapeshift to make others happy, you lose a little more of who you are. There's actually a reason this happens. Since we were kids, we've been conditioned to chase approval from teachers, parents, coaches. Good job, I'm proud of you, don't mess up. Our brains have learned that approval equals safety. So when people judge us, it doesn't just sting our ego, it triggers fear. It feels like rejection from the tribe. But here's the thing, you're not that kid anymore. You don't need validation to prove your worth. You define it now. And the more you understand that, the freer you become. You stop trying to control how others see you and start focusing on how you see yourself. Recently, I had to cut somebody out of my life who was pretty important to me. I never wanted to, but staying in that relationship was only hurting me. For once, I decided I needed to leave out of respect for myself. It was never easy, but it was a necessary step in becoming better. Sometimes it's hard to feel good about it, knowing that the person could spread false information about me or even try to come back into my life. But at the end of the day, I did it for a reason, and that reason was myself. It's moments like that help me realize that the only thing holding us back in terms of self love and what we want our futures to look like is ourselves. We spend so much time fearing what others may do, say, or even think that we forget other people's opinions don't control our lives. We do. The truth is, people will always have something to say, whether you say or leave, succeed or fail, but the only voice that truly shapes your future is your own. Once you stop living in fear of judgment, you start living in alignment with who you really are. If I could tell my friend one thing, it would be this. You don't need permission to do what makes you happy. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing a life that feels right to you. The truth is, people will always have opinions. That's just how life works. But at the end of the day, those opinions fade, and you are the one who has to live with your decisions. So instead of asking, what will people think if I quit? Try asking, how will I feel if I keep doing something that isn't right for me? Because one of those questions leads to peace and the other keeps you stuck. Remind yourself that judgment only has power if you give it power. Most people who judge you are just reflecting their own fears. They're not living your life, and they don't have to carry the weight of your decisions. So take that step, make the change, walk away if you need to. The right people will understand, and the wrong ones were never meant to stay anyways. And every time that fear creeps in, remind yourself, I'm not making this choice to impress anyone. I'm making it because I deserve to be happy. That's not selfish. That's self-respect. Anyways, thanks for listening, everyone. This is actually my first YouTube video ever, so please let me know about anything I can improve on or any topics or struggles you want to hear my opinion about. I'll be slowly working through this Minecraft world every time I go on a little rant. Like and subscribe and comment, and I hope you have a great day.